I sincerely appreciate all you do and love to see you become rich and succeed. I don't even know. I'm okay not being rich. I mean, I don't want to be poor ever again. Hell no. But I'm okay. Being rich, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like, to be rich, like, boy, that takes a lot of work. It gets back to why I don't run for governor of Minnesota. It'd be fun as hell. I think I'd have a grand old time doing it. I'd scare the living piss out of the left. I'd steal their entire black male and Hispanic male vote. And the Republicans might actually see a pair of balls. I'd allow the Republicans, the Minnesota Republicans, I'd allow them to touch my balls. So they would know what ones look and feel like. You know? Because most of the Republicans in Minnesota are these swipple, pansy-ass, white pussies who don't, it's not Minnesota nice. It's not Minnesota nice. And I'd say, hey, Sven, come here. Yeah, take a good feel of those. Those are balls. I know you don't. No, you got a little mustard seed. You got those two little mustard seeds. Oh, look, there's a pube. There's one pube coming out of your nutsack, Sven. Oh, that's more than most Republican males have in Minnesota. And then we could talk about my balls. I do seminars about having balls, what it's like to have balls, the art of having balls. And then all the Republican males in Minnesota could take notes about what it's like to have a set of balls. And they would never actually grow balls because it's too late for them. But they maybe could fake it. They'd have a good academic or theoretical understanding of it. And thank God they wear pants because no one really they know whether or not you got balls. But they could maybe fake it and like maybe hit the gym and take testosterone replacement therapy. And then they could rehearse their one-liners to get back at the Democrats. You know? And then maybe they could fake having a front. But frankly, all it would be the entire Republican community of Minnesota being fascinated with my nutsack. They would be like, oh my God. Then women would start wondering and second-guessing the Republican husbands. He's a good accountant at Cargill, but he doesn't have balls. And then would be problems. I'd have to bang a lot of your wives, guys, because you don't have balls. And then people say, oh, Aaron Clary, gubernatorial candidate for Minnesota's governorship for 2018, was caught philandering about with 24 Republican notable established Republicans' wives. I'm like, yeah, I fucked every one of them. And they loved it. I'm still fucking 19 of the 20. Because I got balls. Have you seen my balls? Would you like to gaze at them again? And then I just turn it right back. Like, yeah, that's exactly. See, the Republicans still didn't learn anything from Trump. You just need an unapologetic asshole to go in there, which should make it so fun. But then the problem, again, I thought I said this before, the problem is I'd probably fucking win. And then I'd be like, shit, I got a real job. I got to wake up. And that's not where, I don't care what money they pay me. It's not worth it waking up. It's like the presidency. We talked a couple episodes back. Like when you become president, you can never drive again. Hell no. Hell no. It's not worth the $400,000 a year. And it sure the fuck hell ain't worth all that work. I will gladly take my time over money. Look up the Steve Jobs is dead principle. That's a key principle I live by. Oh, Republican women. A life without balls. They do need, I'm sorry, they just need to be fucked. I wish you guys would come into Minnesota and sit at a Republican Party meeting in Minnesota and just look at these spineless, sackless nuts. These guys are just, they're pussies. They're just pussies. And you kind of look at them and like, any hustle, any game? Because I remember this. Me and DT and the man, like DT, he made some purposed inroads into the Republican Party in his area, his BPOU. He had me come in and speak to him, and it was the biggest waste of time because you could just see no testosterone. None. Not a dick among all of them. And, you know, nice guys, don't get me wrong, but hey, you know what? CPAs aren't going to charge the fucking hill. You know, pediatricians that are really good with kids, you know, I'm a doctor and I really care about the future. I'm sure you do, Oli. But there's some pretty aggressive, mean people down south in St. Paul. And they're a little bit meaner than you. They got a little bit more teeth, a little bit more passion. And I know, as per our previous discussion, you're at the country club with Thaddeus and Chip and Tab and Taz, the fourth. And oh my gosh, did you see what those Democrats said? Thank God that's happening in California. Winston Howell, the third faggoty fucks you guys are. And so we went to that meeting, and we're just looking at each other, and we're like, this is the battleship. This is the fleet. This is the USS Republican that's going to go take on the USS DFL Democrats in Minnesota. Paint this thing pink. I don't mean because they're gay. I just paint it pink because they're pussies. I've tried offering my subheads. I'm like, hey, you guys didn't. No, they don't want to have. No. So Minnesota will continue to be a blue state. And I would say blue like your balls, but you guys don't even have balls to get blue when your wives don't fuck you. I wish I was just being mean, but I actually have that much of a disdain for the Republican men in Minnesota. Where'd we go? The day you make it big, you'll be set being as financially astute as you are. It's not making it big. Okay, look. Okay, let's cut you off here. You don't want to make it big. Big, then you got to deal with being a public figure and notoriety and people following you and paparazzi. The trick, look, I can't make you all rich, but I can make you all minimalists, which is almost just as good. Once you realize you don't need a Range Rover or a boat or a fucking country club membership, then you're just as rich, if not better off than a rich person. Because a rich person always obsesses and worries about money. If you don't have that much money, or you don't need that much money, or maybe you don't worry about money because you don't need that much, it's just a much better life. And it's not because, you couldn't hack it, you couldn't make it, I make my 6 figs. I make my 6 figs, dude, bro, man. I'm a Carlson School graduate with my MBA, man. I went to St. Tommy. I'm a St. Tommy. I went to the academy. My dad works at Cargill. Like, yeah, man, you just couldn't hack it, man. You can't be on like Lake Wazeze. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. You go buy your bloats and ignore the 3F rule. You go marry your trophy wife soccer mom out there. Yeah, you go have fun with that. And hey, nice leasing that Range Rover that you don't own and the bank does, but you're going to try and fool everybody otherwise. Fuck that life, man. Fuck that life. You don't want that.